Well, it's time to introduce our very special guest in the commentary box, Richie Woodall. Richie, this will be a very interesting, if you like, fusion. Amateurs making their first steps into the pro world and some pros coming back to the WSB.
Yeah, it's a bit of a hybrid tournament, if you like. It will certainly be a test for our amateurs who are used to 3-3s. They've got to go a little bit more now over 5-3s. It's an introduction into professional boxing, but obviously you're still retaining that amateur status as well, because some boxers who think about turning professional, they make a mistake, they regret it. So this is giving them a little bit of a taste of what professional boxing is like, but they still retain their amateur status and can go to the next Olympic Games.
Let's go over to Michael Pass, who's going to introduce the first fight of the night.
Welcome to the Celtic Manor Resort here in Newport, Gwent, Wales, for this evening of World Series of Boxing, WSB. We shall commence in the heavyweight division at 91 kilograms plus. Please welcome, making his entrance to the ring, representing Dolce & Gabbana, Italia, Thunder Mato M.
Well, here's the first example here, Richie. This guy's got unbeaten in 12 professional fights, 6 knockouts. It's his first time in the WSB season. This is going to be a tough fight for Earlsfield's Joe Joyce.
Yes, this Italian's a tough kid. Knocked out his last 2 opponents. 12-0 at the moment. He's probably the most experienced Italian boxer they've got in the team. But yeah, he's having to drop down back to 5 rounds. I think he's been 10 rounds once before, so he certainly knows what the 10 rounds duration is like also. So yeah, this will be a different sort of test for him, but he's the most experienced, and it's a tough job for Joe Joyce tonight, but you never know. This kid Joe Joyce, I've been training him over the last few weeks. He's been in the GB squad, which I'm a coach of, and he's looking really, really good. He's a development boxer. He's on the development squad trying to get to podium full time. So this is the carrot that's being dangled in front of him. If he can seize this opportunity, I'm sure that he'll be heading towards that podium squad.
Well, the Italia Thunder coach, Francesco Damiani, is absolutely delighted to get Matteo Mogdugno up first, and he's going up against one of Britain's young rising stars.
And making his entrance to the ring, representing the British Lionhearts, Joe Joyce.
Now, Richie, let's talk a little bit about Joe Joyce. There's no question this lad took to the game rather late in his boxing career, but he's took to it like a duck to water. He's made massive progress in a short period of time, a real talent in the making.
Yeah, current ABA champion and GB champion as well. A powerhouse of a kid, but he's got a good engine as well as Joe Joyce. He hits very, very hard. This will be a tough contest for him. He's never gone over 5-3s, but he's very, very fit, and what's impressed me when I've been involved in the training sessions with him is his engine. He has got a very, very good engine. I think he'll do 5-3s with no real problem. He's got to settle down behind his jab very early in the contest in the first round, just to settle him down. But he'll be given good instructions and some good coaches in that corner that we've got, Lee Pullen and I think Nigel Davis.
Well, like the whole of the British WSB Lionhearts team here in Celtic Manor, this young lad surely has got a few butterflies in the tummy. The whole team makes their debut on the WSB World stage, but he's out of the Earlsfield Club in London, Joe Joyce, and every time they raise the bar in his goal setting, he goes and gets it and he puts it in.
Yeah, well, this is what it's all about. We're on a new Olympic cycle now. We've had a great success at the Olympics with Anthony Joshua, but you know, no one knows what Anthony Joshua's going to do yet, whether he'll turn professional, whether he'll stay. Now we're bringing this fella through, and who knows, he could be our super heavyweight for the next Olympic Games. He's certainly got the physique, he's strong, and he's got some good boxing skills as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, this first contest is 5 3-minute rounds of boxing in the heavyweight division at 91 kilos plus. Introducing to you firstly, boxing out of the blue corner, wearing the blue flip-flops trimmed with gold. Tonight is his first season in WSB. He comes from the professional ranks, and as a professional, he was an undefeated boxer. 12 contests, 12 wins, 6 of those wins coming by way of knockouts. Presenting and representing Dolce & Gabbana, Italia Thunder, Mato M.
He's seen it all before, hasn't he, Mogdugno? And as I've said, he's a very experienced, he's the most experienced boxer here. in terms of the professional bouts that he's had. But coming down, having done a 10-rounder, you see, then he'll probably get his training program, maybe getting used to more 8 and 10 rounders. He's got to drop back down to 5. Who knows? That could cause problems in itself.
Well, let's hope that Joe Joyce can take advantage and capitalise on that. I'd like to see him come out fast, quick, nice straight punches, nice combinations, and in an amateur speed style rather than that classic pro style.
Yeah, that's what we certainly coach in the GB squad, to get a good first round under your belt. You know, establish a lead, get behind your jab, play safe, try and box mid to long range, and make sure you win the round. It's very important you win the round over these 5-3s, as it is over 3-3s boxing. The first round is crucial, and that's what I hope that Joe Joyce will be coming out to do, win that first round.
Well, Evangelos Bougiokas from Greece is the referee. Part of the tactic of the WSB, let's remember, it's a team match. 3 points for a win. There are 5 weight divisions, 3 minutes per 5 of the rounds. As our expert, former world champion Richie Woodall has pointed out, he's been working on the pads with Joe Joyce earlier this week. He knows he's fast, he's got that speed, and that's what we're looking for, the first of the 5 British boxers here at Celtic Manor, for Joe Joyce to come out. Not mixed it at all, get straight down to business. Good, strong, accurate punching, and a good lead is what we're looking for. That's the 1-2. Good start there for Joe Joyce. Nice counter punch working well, and he's nice and light on his feet as well, Richie.
Yeah, he's nice and light. He's just waiting to land that right hand. He just needs to probably just work with his jab a little bit more. But the Italian, just in these early stages, low left hand, he's literally inviting that straight right from Joyce. And Joyce, for me, that's probably one of his strongest punches, is that straight right. So Madugno has got to watch what he's doing.
Well, I'm delighted to see that no sign of nerves whatsoever from Joe Joyce. Straight, settling down to business here. Let's not forget that the Italia Thunder and the British Lionhearts have both won their first matches in this season's WSB competition. That's Italia, who got the better of Germany 3-2. Oh, good right hand here from Joyce.
Yeah, also got caught with a shot there. He just waited a little bit too long, did Joyce, and he's probably guilty at this stage of just waiting just a fraction too long for the other guy to lead off, Madugno, and that's what he did there, the Italian, landed with a good right, but that's a little bit better now from Joyce. Being first to the punch is very, very important. First and third boxing, you're there, you land the shot, you make your opponent lead off after that, and then you go back at him. So first and third.
Looks to be a cut to the right eye of the Italian, Matteo Madugno. Not afraid to mix it downstairs as well as upstairs. Good work. Drop that guard even lower from Joe Joyce.
Well, Joyce is doing okay at this stage. He's trying to keep his distance and box at range, and that's pretty good sound tactics in that opening round. You don't want to take too many chances. That's a lovely jab, you see. Nice straight shot. Just needs a little bit of more head movement, does Joyce.
"15 seconds on this first of 5 rounds.
This has been a good round for me for Joe Joyce. He's boxed him superbly well now.
And he's finishing it well, Richie. Finishing just the way he started.
And that always impresses the judges. Last 20 seconds, that's a good round. That's a round to Joe Joyce.
Well, Joyce, we thought maybe a little nervous. This is by far one of the biggest fights of his career. He's come off the back of his first international win in Finland last month, Richie. But here, let's see a few of these straight punch combinations. And
that was a good
work from Joyce
there from Madugno. It was a better shot from the Italian. But Joe did respond, some good body shots that were going in. But here, there's that double jab, straight right hand, lovely combination from Joyce, backing his opponent up to the ropes. That was much better from Joyce. And as I say, last 20, 30 seconds, really impressed the judges.
Well,
10 seconds.
Richie, it's a split decision, but so far it's with Joe Joyce. 10-9. We got it just about right there. I would too, yes. So, first round of 5 goes to Joe Joyce on a split decision. 10-9 from 2 of the judges, 9-10 from the third. But that's a good start. And that will hopefully boost the corner and boost his confidence coming into round 2.
Yes, most definitely, and looking the way he's coming out, I'd love to heard what the coaches were saying in the corner, because I think he's now targeting the right hand. He's going on the front foot. He's trying to get a little bit closer to his opponent here, but he's going to look to land the right hand, is Joyce. There it is there, look. Wasn't too far away, but he's just got to watch what he's doing as he's coming forward, because Madugno, he does throw them over the top, looping shots. One of the things I've been trying to get Joyce to do in the gym also last couple of weeks is just relax a little bit more. Now and again he's a little bit too tense and too stiff when he's out of punching range. I say, listen, just now and again just drop the hands slightly when you're out of punching range, make those shoulders nice and loose, and then you'll be better for it when you get your guard back up again and throw the shot.
He needs to keep that footwork going. That was what gave him those points in that first round, using the ring so well, working with the feet well, just slowing it down a little now, Joe Joyce, but equally so the Italian as well, happy to sit on the back foot and let him come at him.
Yeah, I think Madugno here is just sitting back and he's looking to land this right hand over the top, so he's hoping that Joyce walks onto it, but you've said it, Nick, that the movement is very important from Joyce, and I think the Italian is struggling a little bit with the movement. He's hoping that he just stands in front of him, but Joyce, cleverly, he's just walking and just moving around.
Just to keep working those angles now, Joe Joyce. That's the way. Didn't quite connect with the uppercut there, but it's 2 minutes down, 1 minute on the clock, just under. This is the second round. Joe Joyce for the British Lionhearts has the first round already under his belt. Let's hope that he can finish this second the same way as he did the first. I think Richie made a cracking point there. You can often catch the judges' attention if you have a strong closing 20 seconds to any round.
Yeah, hasn't looked quite as impressive in this second round so far. As I say that, on cue, he lands with a good right hand and then pulls up the left up. That wasn't bad. What Joyce also needs to do here, Nick, he needs to feint with the left hand. He needs to feint that left hand, then throw the right. You know, Madugno would think that a left hand's come in, a jab, and then just fire a straight right hand after that feint. That might work for him.
Very close second round. Bit of respect from the Italian for Joe Joyce there as well. Maybe not quite as easy as perhaps many had predicted before the start of this opening bout of the evening.
That's a closer round. That round may have gone to the Italian. He didn't look quite as impressive in that second round, Joe Joyce. That's that right hand. That's when he just caught him when I just said that he wasn't doing very well, and then he cast him with the right hand. But the Italian just, for me, just crept back into this contest. It was very close. It could have gone either way. But I think he might just have nicked it.
Oh, that is so close. But it has gone to the Italian.
Corners, 10 seconds.
10-9, 1 round each. Very close indeed. And there the round, you could be in the round there as one of the GB coaches, Richie. The round know these scores. This is the beauty of WSB. We know what's going on round by round, and there's no magical scoring at the end of the bout, which means that you can change the tactic. You can give him a different game plan for this, the third.
Yeah, that's crucial. The tactics will change as the contest goes on, according to who's won the round, most definitely. Now we see Joyce on the front foot coming forward, a little bit more eager and more urgency in his work.
And that lead jab working nicely for Joyce. He's got a slightly longer reach than the Italian, and he needs to use that to good stead.
Oh, a little bit of blood there on the left cheek of Medugno. Don't know where that's come from. And there's that right hand over the top look that he's looking for, that looping shot. That's where he's very dangerous with that punch, is this Italian. More at mid-range, but he probably needs Joyce walking onto that shot. So Joyce cleverly now on the back foot, working off his jab.
And that lead jab from Joyce is doing its work. Again, it looks to be another cut, a second cut to the Italian. Halfway through the third round. And that's what we want to see again. The footwork is back. Joyce is using the angles in the ring, making the Italian come at him. Lead jab, feint, and then, like you say, let's hope he can put that right through the crease.
Yeah. Medugno is definitely struggling again with the movement from Joyce, and he's just got to keep that going. He's got to watch that when he's moving to his left, though, that's when he's inviting the right hand over the top. So he's got to vary his movement from left to right. Better now from Joyce.
Stick with the tactic now, Joyce.
See, now we're moving into the last minute of this round. Now it's important that he turns the screw a little bit and ends the round well. I really believe in some cases you can lose the first 2 minutes of a round, finish strong last minute and take the round, because it's what the judges see. That last 30 seconds, minute of the round, you can win it.
That's it, Joe. Couple of punches downstairs, working upstairs. That's another tactic that worked well for the British Lionheart in the first round. There's that jab that's been so accurate, and the right over the top that we were looking for.
Yeah. Better from Joyce with the jab. Whether he's done enough to take this round. Another close one. I think the Italian might have nicked it again, the way he's been coming forward. That aggression certainly impresses the judges. And for me, he may just have done enough again there.
Very close third round, and obviously crucial for both boxers. 5 rounds, a second cut to Mato Medugno.
Yeah, Joyce coming forward there and just walked onto that right hand, and then Medugno just backing his opponent up there. Here again we see movement from Joyce. Was a little bit better, boxing at range, trying to keep his distance. Close round, but I just think that this fella might have just edged it again. Nothing in it.
Oh, it's gone to the Italian, and that's a unanimous. 10-9 from all 3 of the judges, Richie. Now Joyce has got a bit of work to do. He's really got to dig deep. He's got to take this round, basically.
Yeah. Yes, he has, and Lee Pullen in the corner there is a very, very good coach indeed. We'll be telling him that.
Round 4. And this is the beauty of the WSB. It's quite clear now that if the first bout of this Great Britain-Italy match is to go GB's way, the British Lionhearts' way, then Joyce must win this round. Coming forwards on the front foot. Lead jab, again. It's done a lot of damage. It's put 2 cuts on the Italian's face, but he's just been that little bit more aggressive.
Yeah, similar pattern is occurring from Joyce. He starts the round well. The last 2 rounds he's come out very strong, but then he just faded towards the mid and latter stages of the round. So let's hope he can maintain it during this round. A better start from the round from Joyce. And again, I just think he should start doubling that jab with a straight right hand. But this is new territory for him as well. He's never been into the 4th round before. And yeah, sometimes psychologically, a boxer can ask himself, am I fit enough to do the 5 rounds? After this round, he'll be thinking, yeah, no problem at all.
Yes. And this is the big main change for many of these so highly successful amateurs.
Oh, this is better boxing now from Joyce.
Come on, Joe. This is good work. Those straight punch combinations. And again, oh, lovely. 1-2, straight right hand.
Now, what's going on here? Is he asking for the doctor to come into the corner?
And I think you're right, Richie.
That was a great right hand from Joyce there. It was actually a reverse 1-2 through the right hand, then the left. Super punches. He seems to be finding his range a lot better in this round. His accuracy is better also. Yeah, it's a bad cut.
And I'm not sure whether this is going to be able to go any further.
Joyce should win this contest because I don't think the referee... I don't think it's from a head clash, so I think he'll have won this. Good performance from Joe Joyce.
And there's a confirmation. That's enough, the referee. On the word of the doctor, has stopped the fight.
Yeah, good performance from Joyce. It was a testing contest, a good first round. Then the Italian came back into it and caught Joe with a few shots. But in that round especially, I was getting more and more impressed with Joyce there. He was finding his range a lot better, boxing at distance. The straight punches is definitely his strength. When he's got a bit of distance between himself and his opponent, he boxes much better. Here we see good examples here. Good 2 jabs, then a right hand. And then he's adjusting his feet to create the gap again. That's very, very important. And then he's back on that jab again. Excellent stuff.
Those straight punch combinations remind me of Anthony Joshua when you were commentating in the Olympic Games, Richie.
Yeah.
And it's something that the British heavyweights have started to make their calling card. Joshua, of course, to perfection at the XL Arena in the London Games, and you can see that Joe Joyce has been copying those skills.
Well, they've done a lot of round sparring together, and we also have another super heavyweight in the camp as well, Fraser Clark, and he adds to the sparring also. So, yeah, we've got good variation, and they bring each other on.
Well, let's go over to Michael Pass and get the full result here.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 1 minute and 35 seconds of round number 4, the referee has stopped the contest due to Magugno having sustained a serious laceration above the left eye. Therefore, your winner now with a leading score for his team of 1-0, representing British Lionhearts, Joyce.
Well, we knew this would be a tough one, but Joe Joyce has done the Lionhearts proud. He has dug deep here and knocked out, or not knocked out, but beaten one of the strongest men of the Italia Thunder team. And that is a spectacular start. That will give the other boys a huge boost of confidence, Richie. And let's go to Michael, with who's going to have a quick word with Joe Joyce, who's done so well tonight.
Quick interview with our winner, Joe Joyce, represented British Lionhearts. A typical, strong, durable Italian, as you know, Joe. Your opinion on your debut with the WSB?
Well, it's good. It's a new experience. I enjoyed the experience. It was good home to start off my WSB career. And I'd like to thank everybody watching.
Thank you, Joe. At times, Joe, there was a Muhammad Ali tattoo on his bicep. It must have been looking like you were in with Muhammad Ali as well.
Yeah, I noticed that before the bell.
Great win, Joe. Joe Joyce, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't think it's quite sunken in yet, Richie. He's as stunned as maybe one or two of the crowd were. This was tipped or dubbed as one of the toughest matches of the night, or bouts of the night, and he's delivered well.
Well, for me, this was the hardest contest for one of our British boxers. It was down to Joe Joyce, brought in at the last minute. He's rose to the occasion. We knew he was fit and strong. We had to get him right mentally. I think we did that. But at the end of the day, it's all down to him. He's had to do the performance, and he has done, and all credit to him. The bar's been risen and he's adjusted and he's got over it. Well done.
Well, you know, we're taking a look back at some of the best pictures here, and Joe's doing his best to look calm and confident, but let's put it in perspective. This is his first major step outside the amateur ranks. Yes, he's a British amateur champion, but he's up against a pro with 12 unbeaten fights. He will be very happy heading home tonight.
Yeah, going into it, you said it, he's up against an opponent who was very strong, who was undefeated as a professional, was dangerous. But Joe obviously boxed to instructions, his straight punches was a lot better, his timing was excellent, especially in that 4th round, and he got the job done. On paper, it was the toughest job of the night, and he did it. But at the end of the day, it's all down to the kid himself getting in that ring and performing. You can coach a lad and school him and tell him everything about boxing, but he's the one who's got to do the business. And Joe Joyce did the business tonight.
He frustrated the Italian. He stuck to the game plan that the coaches, Lee and Rob McCracken, had told him to stick to. And for me, that was what it was, because you could see at one point the Italian getting frustrated and angry, wanting a scrap, and Joe stayed calm and stuck with his boxing skills.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, the coaches are brilliant coaches at GB. I think Rob McCracken's here somewhere, but there's Lee Pullen obviously in the corner. But there's another great coach backstage, Bob Dillon, and there's Paul Wormsley and Dave Alloway. Terrific coaches who all have their say and do their bit with the boxers.
4 bouts still to go, but the first one has gone to the British Lionhearts, a TKO, a technical knockout for Joe Joyce. And there's a very exciting one coming up next. Listen for the roar from the Welsh boxing fans, because from Barry in Wales, Andrew Selby goes up against Daniele Limononi from Italia Thunder.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now continue with the bantamweight division at 54 kilograms. Presenting and introducing to the ring for you now, representing Dolce & Gabbana, Italia Thunder, Daniele Limononi.
Well, here's another one of the Italian boxers that's been recruited from the professional ranks. He turned pro back in 2009, 10 wins, 4 knockouts, only 1 defeat so far. It's a new venture for Limononi into the WSB, but once again, a respected bantamweight professional that's going to go up against one of the Welsh heroes. Part of the reason why we're boxing out of Celtic Manor tonight is for the Olympians from Wales to perform in front of their home crowd, and Daniele Limononi of Italy will go up against Andrew Selby. This is one we're all looking forward to.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, representing the British Lionhearts, Andrew Selby.
Well, now 23 years of age, of course, Andrew Selby moving up from the flyweight division back to bantamweight, where he's had a lot of success in years gone by. Made the quarterfinals of the Olympics, Richie, where you were casting your eagle eye over him, but he knocked out the gold medal. He lost, I should say, to the gold medalist, which stops his chance of a medal.
Yeah, he lost to Ramirez, the Cuban, who was probably one of the best boxers of the tournament, to be quite honest. And it's just look at the draw. You know, he met him in the quarters, he could have met him in the semis. If he's on the other side of the draw, he may have got to the final, met him in the final. It's just one of those things. Andrew Selby is the current world #1. He was up against a very good Cuban, give him a good fight, but the Cuban just got it on the day. But European champion, world silver medalist Andrew Selby, he's class, he's quality.
Ladies and gentlemen, we continue with 5 3-minute rounds of boxing in the bantamweight division at 54 kilograms. Introducing to you firstly, boxing out of the blue corner, wearing the blue colour shorts trimmed with gold. He's a former professional. His professional record was 11 contests, 10 wins. 4 of those wins coming by way of knockout with just a single defeat. Tonight is his first contest in his first season in the WSB, representing Dolce & Gabbana, Italia Thunder, Daniele Limononi. And opposing him, boxing out of the red corner, wearing the red colour shorts trimmed with white. His amateur achievements are as follows: 2012 London Olympian, and he comes to the ring this evening as the 2011 World Amateur Silver Medalist, Presenting boxing out of St. Joseph's ABC Newport and representing the British Lionhearts, Selby. Our referee for this contest is Mr. Lars Brovel from Denmark. 5 3-minute rounds.
Well, you see our judges on screen, and Lars Brovel of Denmark, the referee for this second bout of 5. 3 minutes, 5 rounds. Andrew Selby boxing in Wales for the first time since the 2012 Summer Olympic Games, where he made the quarterfinals, only to lose out to the Cuban, who went on to take the gold. Currently ranked world #1, as Richie was saying. Richie is a stylish, gifted boxer, I would say, Andrew Selby. But again, I was chatting to him earlier today at breakfast in the hotel. He's a little bit nervous about stepping into the WSB, but if he's just seen Joyce win, I'm sure those nerves have settled a little.
Definitely. He will be feeling much better.
Slightly longer reach and height for Limoni, Daniel Limoni. 28 years of age, 5 years the senior in, of course, the 50 to 54 kilo bantamweight division.
Yeah, Selby is one of these, he's probably the most gifted, I would say, of the squad, to be quite honest. He boxes as an orthodox and as southpaw, equally as good with either stance. And look, he's just, the way he just changes there from southpaw to orthodox, he does it so naturally, he probably doesn't even realise that he does it, but he's a very talented boy indeed.
It's so entertaining as well, Richie, to watch a boxer switch from orthodox to southpaw, back to orthodox, and score points in both stances.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. And he can throw punches from every angle there is, and he'll throw uppercuts and hooks and... Oh, lovely left hook there as I speak.
Well, right on cue there, Richie, as you called it. Selby puts down a beautiful left hook, and that has shaken Limoni.
At the start of the round, Limoni was just sitting back and he's waiting for Selby. He's got to be a little bit quicker with his counters as Limoni. He's far too slow. His reactions aren't good enough. So he's got to up his game a little bit here, this Italian. Boxing at this pace, the pace is suiting Selby at the moment.
And of course, Selby comes from the amateur ranks and the Olympic Games, where 3 3-minute rounds rather than 5. He's used to getting out there and getting points on the board nice and early. It worked for Joyce in the first bout, and it's working for Selby in this, the second.
Yeah, Selby, well, all our boxers are very, very fit, and Selby, again, is one of these fighters who's got a great engine. I mean, that's a terrific right hand again. Now he's starting to dig in a little bit. You can tell he's getting confident because he's starting to throw more bent arm shots to land with a little bit more power, Selby, early on.
Now here's that closing 25-30 second period that we were talking about in the Joyce bout, and Selby here is enjoying this now. Nervous whilst they were sizing up in the early exchanges, but really looking confident towards the end of the first.
Yeah, he is looking confident. You can just sense it the way he's switching and throwing punches from different angles. Limoni falling short with his attacks. And that's allowing a little bit of alley shuffle even there from Selby. Oh, I hate him. He can do it all.
Okay. Lovely.
Super timing, super timing.
Yeah, the timing's absolutely spot on there. Selby's enjoyed that. He may have looked nervous as he was introduced by the Master of Ceremony, but the right hand through the crease in the last punch of the first round surely has caught the eye of the judges.
I would think so. I think that was Selby's round, no doubt. And the more the round went on, the more confident he got. And his boxing, his timing was superb here. He goes from orthodox to southpaw. There's that left hook. On the attack again here. And that's just on the side of the head. It's probably with the inside of the glove, to be quite honest. But there were some lovely right hands towards the end of that round, where the timing was spot on.
First round, 10-9 on the 10 point score system here for this World Series of Boxing, and it's another good start for the British Lionhearts. Already 1-0 up after a marvellous performance from Joyce. Good to see two boxing legends in the crowd here. Joe Calzaghe just on the right of Barry McGuigan. Two former world champions casting their eagle eye over this WSB. I chatted to Barry earlier today, and he's really excited about this sort of stepping stone for amateur boxing.
Yeah, and obviously Joe Calzaghe and Barry were great amateurs also. Not only tremendous professionals, but good amateurs. And it's good to see them supporting this tournament. Brilliant.
Richie, interested to see what the Italians, Damiani, Francesco, the coach, has told Limoni how he's to change his tactic for the second round. He struggled in the first.
Yeah, he's having a little bit more success here because he's getting a little bit closer to Selby. So what Damiani may have told his boxer is to try and get a little bit closer to him, get the feet into range, probably put on a little bit more pressure, but that might work towards Selby's style because Selby prefers boxers coming onto him. But I think the Italians have recognised that he's too far away and he's getting picked off, so he's either got to make Selby throw an attack and land short and go back at him, or he's got to close him down like he's doing now.
Oh, good shot there again.
Oh, that was a nice little left hook there from Limoni. That was a super punch. Selby just bit of a lapse in concentration there. That was a good punch from the Italian. He was having a little bit more success in this round. I don't think he's winning the round, but nevertheless, he's landed with a few more shots. Oh, what a right hand, Andrew Selby.
A little bit of dancing, a little bit of confidence clearly shown. Psychologically, that will hurt Limoni more than it will anybody else, but Selby's got to be careful because he's dropping that guard and he's getting caught every now and again. Limoni, as you quite rightly say, Richie's having a far better second round.
Better second round, he's getting closer, but he's also throwing a lot more straighter shots, and it's the 1-2 combination that seems to be working for the Italian. His timing is a little bit better here, but it's no doubt that it's because he's getting closer to his opponent as he's throwing that 1-2. What Selby's got to do here, Nick, is just got to get behind his jab just a little bit more and start judging the distance a little bit better. See, he's a little bit reckless there. He's got away with it, and he's caught his opponent with a good left hook, but he got away with it there because he fell short.
Almost falling in rather than timing it with the feet and the punch, Selby. I mean, we're really picking faults here because he's still looking good in the second.
He's still looking good.
Good combination again from Andrew Selby. Just a few seconds now left on the clock. Started well, and Selby just looking to finish the second round well.
That's a close round because the Italian there had some success in that round. May just have nicked it. They don't give even rounds out either. On my book, that could have been a 10-10, but that one's either way. Very close round. Some good work from Selby there with the right hand especially. Coming forward here, keeping his man on the back foot, but there's that 1-2 from Limoni. That was his best combination in that round. Selby pushing his man back, a little bit reckless, but there was that left hook. Just got him out of jail, that did. Close one, Nick, to score. If I have to go either way, well, there you go.
Well, you'd have to go Andrew Selby's way.
Selby way.
And I think, again, it's, as you were explaining to our viewers before, it's the work rate that Selby's putting in at the beginning and the end of the round that is catching the eye of the judges. But I agree with you totally, Richie. Closest round so far.
Close round. The eye-catching shots are definitely coming from Selby.
Second round, round 3.
Well, of course, there are 5 rounds. 2 of the 5 have already gone to Andrew Selby for the British Lionhearts. Now the pressure is on Daniele Limoni of the Italia Thunder. He must take this round to stay in the bout.
What Lemoni can't afford to do here, Nick, is he can't afford to throw this left jab at a slow pace. He's made a couple of mistakes at the start of this round. This left hand of his is too slow. It's just inviting the right hand counter. And Selby, look at this now, he's in and out. And that's because the Italian's too slow with his shots.
Oh, yep, Selby using every part of the ring to keep out of trouble when Lemoni tries to play the same tactical plan and work off Selby's for a counter. But,
well, again here, Lemoni struggling with the movement. We've seen it with our first boxer, Joyce. His movement was good, and the Italian couldn't cope with it. And this is a similar situation. The movement from Selby is far superior to his opponent. And if you look at Lemoni's feet, are very flat. He's struggling with that movement from Andrew Selby.
one of the many cliches often used, they can all punch, but it's who can use the ring with their feet is often the winner. And Selby is certainly using every inch of the canvas here tonight. He's in, he's out, he's quick, he's fast, he can duck, he can dive, and then he releases those electrically fast combinations. And as Richie Woodall, a former world champion and Olympic bronze medalist himself, has pointed out, that slow jab from the Italian leaves himself susceptible to that lightning counter from Selby.
Clever boxing now from Selby. This is, he's on the outside, as if he's taunting his opponent here. Fast raiding attacks from Selby, and then he's inviting his opponent in and he's catching him on the counter. Clever boxing.
And I think
oh, lovely.
Richie, with the pride of Wales and the Italian dragon himself in the crowd, Joe Calzaghe, who's come over to watch the Welsh boys in action. I think he's trying to put on a show.
Yeah, and Joe Calzaghe, obviously his loyalties will definitely split tonight, but I'm sure he'll be favouring the Welsh boys.
Well, we've got Welsh boys, we've got London boys, we've got Irish boys as well, all representing the Lionhearts. But look at Selby here. There's a lot of the crowd that have come to cheer him on and support him tonight, and he's not disappointed. Surely this third round is his as well.
Yeah, this is a class performance now from Selby. He's really gone to another level, going through the gears now with the combinations. Lemoni is really struggling to adapt and adjust to Selby. Look, he's just taunting him in, drawing him in, should I say. Is Selby switches to southpaw, and again, equally as good, southpaw or orthodox.
Oh, Selby, he's loving it out there. So many of these British Olympic boxers a little bit daunted by their first foray into professional boxing, but so far so good. They're loving every minute of it.
Yeah, he did well there. If the second round was close, that one was a landslide to Selby. For me, as the round went on, grew in confidence, showed us some great skills there, and that was a really good electric performance for me. The combinations towards the end there and the timing from Selby, world class, and that's why he's world number one.
You're absolutely right, Richie. It's a pleasure to watch, and I think what's most impressive for me is that stepping into the unknown up against a former professional with a very impressive pro record, Selby can learn so much from this. Those amateur skills that he thought were just good enough for the Olympic Games are actually good enough to get the better of seasoned pros as well. And that must be really good for not only Selby, but for British boxing in general. So, 3-0 up Selby. The Italian now needs a knockout to stop the British Lionhearts going 2-0 up in this 5-weight division match, their second match of the WSB Season 3 for 2012 and 2013.
Again, new territory for Andrew Selby, going into the fourth round. But I've seen him spar 6- and 8-round sessions at Team GB with no problems at all, and I know sparring isn't quite like the contest situation, but still he has got a good engine. He's been tested many times in terms of his fitness, and he's come through these tests. And I just think the speed and the movement of the amateur boxer here is far superior and better than a professional who's probably learning to move more from the waist and has got flat feet, and he's used to opponents standing in front of him with less movement. But you don't get that from Andrew Selby.
Well, for all those fans that have travelled over from Barry Island, including his coach, Pat Mahoney, he's certainly given them the show that they've come to see. He's just got to be careful now, as our expert Richie Woodall has been pointing out. He's in unfamiliar territory, and that unfamiliar territory, particularly from a WSB rulings perspective, is the only way the Italian can turn this bout around, is by knocking him on the canvas and hoping that he doesn't get up. So Selby's just got to keep it tactically smart now, skillful boxing, thinking boxing.
And box from centre of the ring. I think Limone rather, had a little bit of success earlier on because he backed Selby up close to the ropes. And that's where Selby doesn't need to be, and look, very clever there. Just moved off, just realised he was in a bad position. The only problem that Andrew Selby will have here is if he gets complacent, he switches off. You know, occasionally boxers do go through periods where they look to get bored. They hit the opponent that much. Now and again they can get bored and they just switch off, but that's the only thing that could undo Selby here. See, this is where he needs to work now, Limone. That's the way he's got to work. Never mind looking at the referee. He should be trying to work on the inside there. These are opportunities that he's got there to work. He fails to take it.
Well, there goes the end of the fourth round. And again, it's difficult to bet against Andrew Selby. Richie, I totally agree. Perhaps the last tactical play from a boxing skills perspective for the Italian is a little bit more closer, a little bit more infighting, because when they're at arm's length, the counter, the attack from Selby is quite remarkable.
Yeah, far superior to his opponent, and as I've said, Limone, again, look how they give one round. Did one of the judges give to Limone? Well, that's fair enough, but for me, it was Selby's round again. And Limone just failing to take the opportunities on the inside. There are rare opportunities, but they are there now and again. But this fella is not taking them. If you give Andrew Selby the time, the distance, the space, he's in another league.
Well, just to the left of our position ringside here, Richie, I'm looking at Lee Pullen still giving him a good talking to. He's telling him quite clearly, this is not over yet. You've got to stay focused right to the end.
You've got to stay focused. Very, very wise indeed.
Fifth and final round. Andrew Selby has been near perfect to this point on, but as Richie has been pointing out, he's in unfamiliar territory from round 3 onwards. He's run every round so far. The last was on a split decision, 2-1. So for Selby now, we just need to see some concentrated boxing, keep that focus. He's put on a show. The Welsh crowd here in Celtic Manor have loved every minute of it. Now we just need to make sure we get the point.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes when you box in front of your home crowd, it can definitely, you can be a little bit more nervous. There's added pressures boxing in front of you. You don't want to disappoint people, you see. But I think this has been a good performance from Andrew Selby tonight. He soon shook off those nerves in that opening round. Lovely boxing now. Now watch how he adjusts his feet and maintains that gap, then comes back with shots. Very good indeed. But got to keep switched on. Very, very important.
When you mention those home matches, Richie, Telford Ice Rink quickly jumps into my mind.
Yeah.
You had such a fan base at the Telford Ice Rink. You must have had butterflies when you were performing there.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, in front of my home supporters. Never forget it. I mean, people going about Vegas and that. Madison Square Garden, Telford Ice Rink, that's the place.
Yeah, I'm with you all the way there.
See, Selby there just got caught with his shot, and that's because he just went square with his feet. So it's a little bit of a rally now from Limone, but again, he should be jumping on Selby here. Just failing again. I mean, you give Selby that distance, that time, he can see you coming. No, the Italian, he's not doing it for me.
Well, Selby's confidence at an all-time high, and no matter what position in the ring he finds himself caught, whether it be in the corner, whether it be in the centre, he has total belief in the skills that he has to get himself out of trouble. And I'm very impressed with his fitness as well, I have to say, Richie. He's looking as quick and as slick in the 5th as he did in the 1st.
Yeah, he's boxing very well. There was just a little slip there. He just slipped a punch. And he did it so naturally. A little bit of clash of heads now. See, Selby's now complaining, look, the heads are going in again from Limo, and the referee's got to jump on this. Yeah, telling him about his head. But this is, now he can risk getting a cut here. So Selby's got to box sensibly now. He just box at range and don't let the guy anywhere near him.
Well, he's had the gauge of the Italian's reach throughout the whole fight.
Oh, that was lovely then from Selby on the ropes there. Just slipped 2 punches.
And there goes the bell.
You don't get paid extra in this game, so you get the overtime. But a great win there for Andrew Selby. Put on a little bit of a show that last 10 or 20 seconds or so. But for me, a good performance.
Well, the British Lionhearts go 2-0 up against the Italia Thunder. Let's take a look at some of the highlights, look on back at this. But Selby showed about just every boxing skill in the book that you want any youngster to pick up. Orthodox, southpaw, feet, angles, you name it. We saw it in the Selby match.
Yeah, we did indeed. He's got it all, the lad has. And it was a good test for him over 5 rounds against, you know, a professional boxer. And he's come through that test. He now knows what it's like to go 5-3s. That'll give him that confidence he needs maybe to go to the next level. But yeah, good performance. And I think it's 2-0 to the British Lions.
And I think most importantly as well, Andrew Selby gets a really good taste of the WSB in his first match. He can only go forwards from here.
Of course, you know, and the boxers talk about professional boxing all the time in Team GB. And we always say to them, you know, it's a natural progression. One day you will turn professional, but go professional at the right time. Fulfill your ambitions as an amateur, win what you can, win that Olympic gold. You're looking at a kid here, if you can keep him amateur, he could probably win an Olympic gold medal. He's that good. He's world #1. What's he going to be like in another 4 years with another 4 years of international boxing experience behind him? He's a terrific talent.
Richie, let's see if Andrew agrees with you, because Michael Pass is with our winner ringside.
All 3 judges are in full agreement. We have a unanimous decision by scores of 50 to 45 twice and 49 to 46 for the winner. In the red corner, representing British Lionhearts, Selby.
Great performance from Andrew Selby. Takes another 3 points. The British Lionhearts. I was a little bit ahead of myself there. My apologies. We will go straight to Michael Poss and get a word or two with Andrew Selby. We have to let the official result be stated first. But very interested to see what Andrew thinks of his performance there, as Michael Poss is with Selby in the ring.
Andrew, you're obviously a young man who is world class. You exude confidence. A lot of switch hitting, a lot of variation on punches. How did you feel with that WSB performance?
It was good to go in and felt hang on in light gloves, but I felt a bit rusty because I've been off since the Olympics, but I'm getting back on it now, so I'm fighting again, I think, on 15th December.
Did you find your opponent a tricky guy?
Yeah, I think it was really awkward to try and usually I'm tall for 52 kilos, because I've moved up, they're just going to be bigger and stronger, so I just had to keep on the back foot.
Thank you, Andrew. Ladies and gentlemen, 2011 World Amateur Silver Medalist and London 2012 Olympian.
Well, Richie, I love those words. I felt a little rusty. I can't wait to see him when he's all oiled up.
That's right, and he's a very shy lad, actually. And that's the most I've ever heard him say in an interview, because he doesn't like interviews at all, does Andrew, but he's certainly a talented boxer indeed.
I think you made a very valuable point earlier, Richie. Rio is not that far away. It'll come up before we know it. It's around the corner, and there is no reason why he can't box in the WSB. He'll still keep his Olympic availability, and he could go back to Rio, pick it up where he left off in London, go from the quarterfinals, and go and take that gold.
Well, that's right. I mean, he's got a very good club coach, and he's got good coaches at Team GB. And another 4 years into this fella, and he could be a real superstar. He's already world #1. He come up against the Cuban in London 2012, you know, and you know he just fell short there. But if we can keep him amateur, I'd love to see him stay amateur, because I think he's good enough to win an Olympic gold medal. At the end of the day, That's the pinnacle in any boxer's career. If you can win an Olympic gold medal, obviously you'll go on and hopefully win a professional world championship, but to win an Olympic gold, that's special.
Well, you can see the graphic for yourselves. 2 bounce in, and it's 2-0 to the British Lionhearts. We move up to the light heavyweights for our third bout of 5 this evening. Joseph Ward goes up against Imre Jello for the Italia Thunder.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now in the light heavyweight division at 85 kilograms. Please welcome, representing Dolce & Gabbana Italia Thunder, Imre Jello.
Well, Imre Jello, the light heavyweight for the Italia Thunder, 184 centimetres in height. He's Hungarian by birth, Richie, 3 times a national champion. It's his 3rd season in the WSB, and it's his 2nd season for the Italian team. He knows the name of the game. He knows all the tricks in the book. The most experienced WSB boxer for the Italians tonight.
Yeah, he is experienced. I mean, he's got a record of 6-2 in the WSB, so you know he's getting accustomed to the 5 rounds now. Hungarian, and when I was an amateur boxer, obviously Hungary were Eastern Bloc, and they always produce some really good amateurs, good amateur system. They're not as good today as they were then, but nevertheless, the talent is still in Hungary, and this is one of them.
And ladies and gentlemen, a young man who hails from Mato County, WSB, Ireland, representing British Lionhearts, Joe Ward.
Now, Joe Ward has beaten Jello. He beat him in the European Championships where he took the gold and beat him quite nicely there. So there's no question that the Hungarian's out there looking for revenge tonight. And he's looking for revenge in front of a British crowd. But the lad out of Westmeath in Ireland will surely draw confidence from that win in the Europeans of 2011.
Yeah, European champion, Joe Ward, desperately unlucky not to get Olympic qualification. I thought he was out and out robbed in Turkey in the qualifying tournament, but didn't get it. Such a shame, because he is a talent, Joe Ward. He's boxing for the British Lions, but obviously he's come over from Ireland. This is a rematch, and Jello will probably think, he's beat me over 3 threes, but over 5 threes, I think I can take him. That's what he'll be thinking.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is 5 3-minute rounds of boxing in the light heavyweight division at 85 kilograms. Introducing to you firstly, boxing out of the blue corner, wearing the blue colour shorts trimmed with gold. He comes to the ring this evening as a European bronze medalist. His WSB record is an outstanding one. 8 contests, 6 wins with only 2 defeats. Tonight, he aims to avenge one of those defeats against the opponents he faces across the ring. Representing Italia Thunder, Imre Jello. And opposing him, boxing out of the red corner, wearing the red colour shorts trimmed with white. His amateur achievements thus far are 2009 World Junior Champion, 2010 World Youth Champion, and 2011 European Gold Medalist. Hailing from Mato County, WSB, Ireland, proudly representing the British Lionhearts, please welcome Joe Ward.
Well, there's Barry McGuigan and Joe Calzaghe in the crowd, 2 former world professional champions, really enjoying tonight's WSB action. Seamus Kelly, the Irish referee. And as you said, what a shame that Joe Ward missed the 2012 Olympics, but it may be a blessing in disguise. Joe Ward, from World Junior to World Youth to European champion, I think, and we'll see his skills demonstrated quite clearly now. If he can hang on till Rio, here's another one of those British boxers that could come home with the gold in his back pocket.
Yeah.
Seconds up for the first round.
Imre Jello in the dark shorts, the red shorts for Joe Ward, the British Lionhearts. And I'm sure Joe's not thinking about this right now, but we certainly are here ringside. If Joe Ward takes this bout, then the British Lionhearts have made it 2 from 2 in the early rounds of the WSB Season 3.
Yeah, Ward, southpaw. If he does hang on to Rio, though, Nick, let's face it, he'll be boxing for Ireland. He won't be boxing for Britain. But nevertheless, you're quite right. He's a very talented boxer indeed. Southpaw. And straight away, Jello having problems with the distance from Ward. Ward's got a good jab. See him just faint there to the body because he's looking to land the left hand. And he can punch as well, Ward. And he's got a bit of power in his shots. So this again could be a tough night for Jello.
Lead right hand from Joe Ward. Just sizing it out. Nice work on the feet. Forwards on that front foot, but then as he pushes that lead hand forward onto that back, the big left hand he wants to pull through. Hasn't quite connected yet, but you know it's coming.
No, he's just measuring the distance with that jab and the gap. But I think he will land the left hand better, bringing his opponent onto it. And that's what most southpaws do against orthodox opponents. As they jab, they want their opponent to actually lead off with that left hand.
Yeah.
And because they sit back, look how he's sitting back, he'll make him fall short and then come back with his own left hand counter. Classic counter punching southpaw style.
Just under a minute to go on this first round.
And there is an example there of Ward making his opponent miss and then coming back with the counter. Just because he's sitting back on that back foot, that's why he can afford to have that low right hand. He's inviting the attacks from Jello. He's not quite taking the bait yet. He's still staying at range, Jello, because he knows as he's coming forward, if he does fall short, he's going to get caught.
Good finish now in the last 15 seconds will help Ward here. Well, we can clearly see the tactic for the orthodox British Lionheart fighter Joe Ward with his southpaw stance. Didn't quite connect as much as he would like, but again, the butterflies have been settled. His first step into the world of WSB, and a very calm performance for his first round.
Yeah, quite a close round, to be quite honest. Again, that could have gone either way. Francesco Demiani there. Let's have a look at the scores. All for Ward. Yeah, close round, but Joe Ward's got it, so that'll give him confidence. The corner will be telling him that. Remember, this is a rematch, so psychologically, this man's got a little bit of an edge over his opponent. That may make Jello now come forward, which will definitely suit Ward. If he comes forward recklessly, he'll walk onto Ward's punches. So, good opening round for Ward. Let's see what response is going to be now from Jello.
Second out, round two.
Second round, Joe Ward, 10-9 in the 10 must-point score system, has the first. And you're absolutely right, Richie, coming forwards that little bit more positively. Jello for the Italia Thunder.
See, the problem that Jello's got with Ward, because Ward sits back as a southpaw, Jello's right hand has to travel further to actually land and hit the target, especially if he's sitting back. His best chance is he's trying to probably act as a counter-puncher himself, make Ward lead off and then try and connect with the right hand. But if he's leading with the right hand when Ward's sitting back, he will fall short every time and walk onto counters. Got to get the feet into range one way or the other. See a little bit more success there because Ward started to throw the shot. Lovely skills there from Ward. Just needed a punch off that defensive movement there. A little bit more urgency from Jello here. But again, Ward, he has that knack of controlling the pace very well against his opposition. The slow, leisurely pace of the southpaw counter-punching style suits that style of boxing and that stance. Jello, for me, he's got to up the tempo and try and take him out his rhythm a little bit.
He's got into a nice rhythm here, Joe Ward, and the judges will see that he's controlling the fight. It's certainly not as explosive as the Selby bout before. Oh, there it is. Lovely left hand.
Lovely skills from Ward there, because he didn't fall in after his work. He threw the shots and still maintained the gap and ready to go again. Good work. Too often you see boxers land punches but follow through, and the body then, look at this, lovely, but he's still again not coming through. Just nice boxing from Ward, sensible boxing. There you go, in and out. What Jello has to do here, he has to start doubling up his attack a little bit more. He must start one attack and then have a split second, have a slight break, and then go again, just to try and confuse and catch Joe Ward off guard. The pace again is being controlled from Ward, suiting his style down to the ground. Easy around for him.
Well, not afraid to put in a few body punches as well, Joe Ward, and that will have caught the judge's eye. And the Irish southpaw, Joe Ward, good tempo and good consistent shots hitting the target. That right hand, very nice.
Yeah, some good stuff. Boxing at distance and maintaining the gap is Ward there, throwing the left hand, but doesn't rush in, just waits, patient, sensible boxing. And yeah, he got every judge scorecard there. Much easier round for him. Now, what will be the tactic now from the Italian corner? Will they send him out and try and close him down? Because that's another tactic against the leisurely type of southpaw who sits back. Push on him, up the work rate, up the tempo, push him back to the ropes and restrict that movement a little bit.
Well, again, we had John to chat with Joe Ward before this all-important match, and he was possibly the most nervous of them all, but he's looked the most calm and collected in the ring. As you quite rightly say, that southpaw style and that lead right hand, which he just waves in front of the Hungarian, tempting him in with that big left, has just been accurate. And from a timing perspective, near perfect. It looks a little slower, but it's just as an effective point-scoring weapon.
Yeah. And again, ring positioning, ring craft from Ward here. Very, very good indeed. He's staying centre of the ring. That's where his strength is. When he's boxing in the spaces of the ring, he may have a few problems when he goes back to the ropes or in the corner. It makes things a little bit more difficult because of that movement's restricted. But from centre, Joe Ward's in control.
Trying to get in closer with the feet. Jello for Italia Thunder, trying to find a few more body shots as well.
See, Jello there, he threw 2 or 3 shots, but then stopped. This is what he should be doing. Get on the front foot and really have a go and close Joe Ward down. Head movement as he's coming forward to avoid the shots, high guard, but fast feet in and close Ward down. Not doing it for me. Ward totally in control.
Oh, there's the lead left and the lead right, I should say, with that left counter punch working effectively again in this third round.
Yeah, he needed that left hand there, did Ward, because he just switched off for the last 30 or 40 seconds or so. Got caught with a few shots, maybe getting a little bit complacent, and he needed that shot then to make it a little bit better for him. But it's a better round from Jello.
That's a good 1-2 Combination from Ward, just as we need to see him impress those judges as the clock closes down on the third round. If he takes this one, it really does put the pressure on Jello to try and find a big knockout punch in the fourth and fifth. Just needs to maintain that tempo, that control.
Oh, that was a low shot. Referee didn't see that one. I thought that was a little bit low from Jello. The confidence is now is with Ward. He's actually starting to come forward. Oh, good punch again. Better stuff from Ward.
That's another round, surely, for Joe Ward from the Moat Boxing Club in Westmeath Island. Eddie Bolger, his club coach, got to be happy with the way this lad has performed. And there again you see that right jab and the left. Such a successful target for him. He doesn't really need to change his tactic now, does he, to be honest, Richie?
No, you know, it's a counter-punching style that he's got, but he showed at the end there a little bit of a variation. He went on the front foot, pushed his opponent back and kept him off balance. It's not a spectacular display from Ward, but at the same time he's winning the contest and he's boxing to instruction, and at the end of the day he's getting the job done.
10 seconds. Seconds out, round 4.
Well, of course, in the WSB we get to see the scores round by round. Richie, if you were in the Italian corner, Jello has lost the first 3. There's only 2 to go. What's the tactic? He's got to knock him out, and I can't see it coming at all.
Well, he has to apply a little bit more pressure. So if I was in that corner, I'd have been saying to him, listen, you know, you're 3 rounds down. You know, you've got to stop this kid. You've got to get on the front foot. It's all or nothing now, and just have a go. Try and push the fella back, double up your attacks, and sustain a little bit of pressure, and give him some trouble, because at the moment he's just boxing to his pace. He's controlling it. You've got to take him out of that zone and put him under a little bit of pressure. But it's, hey, Nick, it's easier said than done.
Well, and you said it also right at the beginning of this bout as well, Richie, that there was this psychological advantage that Joe Ward brought forward from the European Championships, the AIBA European Championships of last year, where he got the better of Jello. And it's almost as if both of those boxers have forgotten that it's WSB tonight, and it's almost been a repeat of that match a year ago.
I think he's slotted into that way of thinking here. Jello.
Another low blow.
So you can see the confidence now with Ward there, just trying to land that right hook to the body, coming forward. Normally likes to sit back, just gets caught with the shot there. Jello's actually targeting the body, which is not a bad thing to do against the southpaw, especially if you can finish up on the left hook, throw the right hand to the body in the left hook combination. But the timing here from Ward, again, is much better.
Jello got his first serious counter in on Joe Ward there. And Joe's just got to watch that he doesn't... That's the right that tries to bring him in, but he doesn't just drop it that little bit too low. Now he's back to that old tactic. Off that back foot. With the left doing the damage once again in this 4th round. There you see the southpaw with the right, then in he goes. And Jello's just had no answer to that tactic from the start of this bout.
No, he seems to have run out of ideas, probably in the last round. From the second round, Jello, he's more or less doing the same things, isn't he? He's not doing anything different. If anything, he's landing with the odd shot here and there now, mainly because Ward is starting to come forward a little bit more. But as I say that, then he just walks forward and lands 2 good shots there from Ward.
This is looking better and better for the British Lionhearts here at Celtic Manor, Newport, Wales. This could be their 3rd straight back-to-back bout victory. We've got John Joe Nevin and Fred Evans still to box, and there's high expectations for both of those. Another good round, I'd say, for Joe Ward.
Yeah, much better here from Ward. This 1-2 combination especially, landing it several times in this round. Coming forward, actually counter-punching on the front foot here. As he's going forward, he's waiting and drawing the lead from his opponent and then going back with a fast 1-2 counter. Good boxing. I think Jello is getting more and more tired, and so he's getting caught with more shots. They'll be well pleased in the British corner, most certainly.
Corners, 10 seconds.
Similar situation here, as we said, with Andrew Selby. He's just got to stay calm, stay focused, nothing too flashy. Keep their game plan to finish as he started. And not only will this be the third win of the night, it will confirm that no matter what the outcome of the next two bouts, Richie, the GB Lionhearts have won again.
Yeah, but I've seen it hundreds of times in professional boxing, where a boxer who's 3, 4, 5, 6 rounds ahead gets caught. It only takes one shot in this game, so you have to stay fully focused right to that last bell. Anything can happen, and especially now we're going into the heavier weights. 85 kg this one is, isn't it? I mean, these are big fellas, they punch hard, and Jello will still think that he can win, maybe with one shot. So you've got to stay focused.
And I think the word from the British Lionhearts corner has been set in stone. Oh, again, lovely with the right jab there. Lead hand puts it out, Joe Ward. Well, Jello is looking for that big punch, Richie. You can clearly see he's coming in closer, quicker with the feet.
Yeah, getting a couple of opportunities here to land that shot with Jello. But look at the confidence in Ward. Super straight left hand there.
All part of the very important learning curve for Joe Ward. 5 rounds, that's new territory, but also a slightly different tactical play as well. Good work. Again, like the first and the second and the third round, keeping the tempo at the pace that he wants, drawing on the Italian, Jello, and drawing him onto that left hand as smoothly and as effectively as he did right at the beginning of this bout.
Yeah, he's controlled the pace and tempo very well tonight, Ward, as he does in most of his contests. He's a difficult man to beat, especially when he sits back on that back foot and then just jabs and brings you on to shots. And it's very, very inviting with that low right hand that he has, but he's a difficult target to hit because he sits back and he's quick with his counters, so you do have to apply pressure to try and land a shot, get the feet in close, but you risk getting caught as you're walking forward and going in there, so you've got to keep that guard up and you've got to move your head at the same time also.
A little wild with the right arm there, but
good job, that didn't connect.
Absolutely, and still showing great athletic mobility here, still moving, bobbing and weaving with the head and the upper body.
I'd say Ward's probably just slowed down these last 20 seconds or so. Now he's starting to put in a bit of a finish. But good performance from Ward. Sensible boxing, clear winner.
Last shot almost of the night, certainly the last point score of the night was that wonderful left-hand of Joe Ward, and the Irishman has done the British Lionhearts proud here tonight. Not only has he won his first ever bout in the WSB, but he's also given Britain another valuable 3-point score to give them the win here tonight, no matter what the outcome of the final 2 bouts, and those final 2 bouts are possibly 2 of the most exciting ones we've yet to see, Richie.
Yeah, a little bit more pressure on the last 2 now, isn't it? But nevertheless, Joe Ward has played his part tonight, done a good job, listened to his corner, boxed very sensibly, and got the job done. And I think was always one step ahead of his opponent, and always that little bit better. and really hasn't got a mark on him, Joe Ward. And that's what this game's all about. Hit your opponent and don't get it yourself. And just looking up at Joe Ward, he looks like he's been playing a game of football or something, I don't know.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds of boxing, we have a unanimous decision. All 3 judges are in full agreement by exactly the same scores of 50 to 45 for your winner. In the red corner, representing British Lionhearts, and now putting his team into an unassailable 3-0 lead, Joe Ward.
Well done, Joe. Well done. What a smashing performance for Joe Ward. Not only
appreciation, please,
having his first taste of WSB boxing, but
Jello.
also giving the match, no matter what the outcome for the final 2 bouts, to the British Lionhearts. Let's go into the ring with our MC Michael Pass and see what Joe thinks of his performance tonight. He's just trying to get his... when he gets his robe on, he'll have time to chat to us, but now's the time to take your time, make a few mistakes, because Joe, faultless performance for young Mr. Ward.
Joe, in what seemed at times a cagey fight, you got your jab working and you hit him with some great lefts. He was obviously a durable opponent. You have a huge following with the WSB in Ireland. How do you think you performed for your fans tonight, who will be watching, by the way?
Yeah, I think I boxed really well. Like, you mean, it's a new system for me, like longer rounds. So I kind of had to slow it down a bit. And at the end of it, like in the end of all the rounds, I was catching with the left hand clean. Like, so yeah, I'm really happy with my performance. And all I have to do is learn. That's all I'm going to do. Learn more WSB fights. I haven't going to learn. And I want to thank the English Lionhearts for giving me a chance to box for them like in the WSB.
You fought him twice now. You hold a 2-0 lead over him. Will there be a 3, a third one, or would you rather not see him again?
No, I don't mind. If he keeps coming in, I'll just keep beating him. So that's the way I look at it.
Brilliant. Thank you. Joe Ward, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, let's take a look at the story of this bout, because Joe Ward, Richie, for all young boxers watching out, it's a classic lesson on how a southpaw can dominate an orthodox boxer. And for all those orthodox boxers, what advice would you give them tuning in right now?
Well, advice what I was given is what I was saying during the contest for Jello. He had to get up closer, and there's always that gap between a southpaw and orthodox is the problem. Well, here you've got a classic case of a southpaw counter puncher making his opponent lead, and then he's going back with counters. That was a typical example there, that 1-2 combination after Jello had actually made an attack. The reason why Joe Ward is so good is he can counter punch on the back foot or the front foot. As he goes forward, he's still waiting for the attack from his opponent. He'll make him miss and then he'll punish him. Good, skillful boxer.
Well, good skillful boxing at a crucial point in the match. No matter what the outcome of the next 2 bouts, the unbeaten record for the British Lionhearts has been maintained here, but there is still 2 cracking bouts to go. And next up, it is Joe Nevin for the British Lionhearts up against Branimir Stankovic of Italia Thunder in the lightweight division.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now in the lightweight division at 61 kilograms, your penultimate contest of the evening. Please welcome a young man who hails originally from Serbia, representing Dolce & Gabbana, Italia Thunder, Branimir Stankovic.
Well, this is a very interesting lightweight for the Olympic silver medalist from Ireland, Joe Nevin, to come up against. He's the Serbian national champion. It's his 2nd season, Richie, in the WSB, and he's fought some pretty impressive boxers over the past couple of years on the WSB, and again, will not be an easy opponent for Nevin.
No, it won't be, but I think this is another one of those rematches. I think Nevin's actually got a win over Stankovic before in this WSB tournament. So again, psychologically, the advantage is with Nevin. But nevertheless, it's over 5-3. Stankovic will have gone back into the gym. He will have studied Nevin, seen where he went wrong, and obviously try and put that right tonight.
Well, you're absolutely right. They have met before when Joe Nevin, of course, was boxing for one of the other teams in the WSB. Joe Nevin,
Paris,
Paris, that's right, yeah. Paris United, who won the first season team competition. And so Joe Nevin, the only boxer tonight representing the British Lionhearts, has got experience of the WSB before this match. I think that's why they got him in the penultimate bout of the evening. But as we introduce John Joe, you cannot help but talk about that magical silver
And
medal.
now,
Let's get
ladies
him in
and
first.
gentlemen, introducing a boxer who hails from the Emerald Isle, hailing originally from Mullingar, County Westmeath, Ireland, representing British Lionhearts, John Joe Nevin.
Richie, we know that he's an established boxer on the WSB tour, but you were there at the London 2012 Games commentating on that amazing match up against Luke Campbell. He had to settle for the silver, but if he can box anything like that tonight, surely he'll get the better of Stankovic.
Yeah, I think John Joe Nevin is a very special boxer indeed. I think he just fell short in the final against Luke Campbell, but his contest for me was in the semis when he beat Alvarez, the Cuban, who was favourite to win the gold. That was one of the best performances I've seen at the Olympic Games. He got his tactics absolutely superb and outboxed the Cuban. There's not many people who can say that. So a wonderful talent. Fell short against Campbell. There wasn't a lot in it, but yeah, this kid is a special talent indeed, John Joe Nevin.
Ladies and gentlemen, this contest is 5 3-minute rounds of boxing in the lightweight division at 61 kilograms. Introducing to you firstly, boxing out of the blue corner, wearing the blue collar shorts trimmed with gold. Tonight, he takes part in his second season in WSB. His record thus so far is 4 contests, 3 wins with 1 defeat. He seeks to avenge tonight that sole defeat to his opponent across the ring. He hails originally from Serbia, via Italy now, Italia Thunder. He represents, presenting Branimir Stankovic. And opposing him, boxing out of the red corner, wearing the red coloured shorts trimmed with white. His WSB record, 10 contests, 9 wins with just a solitary defeat. His amateur achievements are 2-time world amateur bronze medalist, London 2012 Olympic silver medalist, presenting from Mullingar, County Westmeath, Ireland, proudly representing British Lionhearts, please welcome John Joe Nevin.
Richie, it was my mistake earlier. He boxed for the Italians last season, John Joe Nevin. My apologies there. But very interesting. Seamus Kelly will watch this one very carefully indeed. John Joe Nevin up against Branimir Stankovic. Of course, Britain has already won the match. We're 3-0 up, haven't been defeated yet. That's not going to stop John Joe Nevin. He is desperate to pick it up where he left off at those Olympic Games when he was just picked by Luke Campbell. Yeah,
obviously that was in the 56 kg division. Now he's moving up to, this is 61, so he's had to put on a few kilos to do that, but psychologically, he's got the win over this fella before. But he's a very, very difficult man to box, is Nevin, because again, he's such a very skillful counter-puncher. Makes you miss and makes you pay. Clever man.
So the lightweight division, and I have to say,
for the first round.
not the easiest of position for Stankovic. He's been beaten by Nevin once before in WSB competition, and of course the Italians are currently 3-0 down. This is the penultimate bout of the evening. Both boxers sizing each other up, both boxers taking the first minute to just settle down.
Yeah, a rare left hook to the body there from Stankovic. The early signs are from Nevin. He's boxing sensibly on the back foot, maintaining that gap and distance, just taking a look at his opponent, just a lapse in concentration, getting caught with that left hook to the body. You don't often see an opponent get too close to Nevin. He's very, very good on that back foot and makes you miss. And that's what he's trying to do here early.
Yeah. Catches
Stankovic with the left hook there.
Stankovic knows he can't be too reckless with his attacks, you see, that he's coming forward, but he's boxing quite sensibly himself. High guard, trying to get close, not throwing too much, because he knows if he misses the opponent, the target, he gets caught with the counter. So but for me, he's just not doing enough, Stankovic. He's got to do a little bit more work. But Nevin again, very good on that back foot. His movement much better. Hard man to actually pin down. Good movement from Nevin.
It's been the perfect start for the British Lionhearts in their first home match of the third WSB season. And Joe Nevin.
Rare mistake there from Nevin. Just tried to lead with the left hook. Not a real good shot to lead off with the left hook. He missed the target, found himself open and got caught. If you do lead with that hook, you should throw a feint first and probably draw the trigger your opponent off before you throw the shot.
Well, a good finish for Joe Nevin. They seem to take quite a little bit of time to size each other up. Very close, but I think we just got Nevin ahead there. Would you agree, Richie?
I couldn't have scored it for Stankovic. And yet it's gone to... Has it gone to Stankovic?
It has gone to Stankovic.
There you go. Well, not on my scorecard, but Stankovic, yeah, they've obviously thought that he did enough to win it. I didn't think there was anything in it, and if I had to go either way, I'd have given it to Nevin. So yeah, now tactics could change again now. Nevin will be told that he's one round down. The Italians will be confident. So expect now Stankovic, he might come back on the front foot and really try and take the second round. If he gets 2 rounds up, you see it's going to be very difficult to get back, but we shall see if the tactics change.
Well, Joe Nevin for the British Lionhearts couldn't quite get out of his seat quick enough. He knows that he's 1 round down. For the first time this evening, the British Lionhearts are under the cosh from the Italia Thunder team here at Celtic Manor, Newport, Wales. Joe Nevin, the Olympic silver medalist, World Championship bronze medalist twice in his career, often referred to as the golden boy of Irish boxing. Actually made his Olympic debut in Beijing back in 2008. Finds himself under a little bit of pressure here in the second round.
Yeah, but just boxing with a little bit more urgency now. I think there's a little cut or graze above Stankovic's left eye. That troubled him for just a minute, just a few seconds rather. Must have felt something, a bit of blood or whatever at the top of his head. But better work now from Nevin. And he's starting to land with some more combinations. 2s and 3s are starting to go in.
Good test this for Joe Nevin. Nine wins, only 1 loss, the career record for Joe. 23-year-old Irish boxer.
That combination there brought a smile from Stankovic, but trust me, that means he was caught with a shot there and he felt it. It's just a bit of play acting, smiles to say, no, it didn't hurt me, but it probably did. I think we need to see a little bit more work from Nevin now. Stankovic sensibly keeping that guard up, and it's becoming a little bit frustrating to get through that guard, so we need probably some more jabs, some more leads from Nevin to try and open his opponent up a little bit.
Well, we've seen this style and technique work to good effect before, Richie, in the WSB finals for the 2012 season, which the Italia Thunder team won. And for Branimir Stankovic, he took a victory over Abdul Rashidov of Russia, the Russian Dynamo team. And it was the similar style and tactic that enabled him to take each round slowly but surely, very close. But he's a very patient fighter.
Yeah, I'm quite impressed in this second round from Stankovic. The guard's good. He's not wasting a lot of shots. He can't seem to nail Nevin with a good punch, so Nevin's movement's very good, but he's got to score off that like he's doing now. That's better. Good work to the body from Nevin. Now he should move again after that. That's better work than from Nevin.
Oh, lovely there with the right uppercut. Right between the guard there of Stankovic. There goes the bell. Better round for Joe Nevin.
Yeah, I'll be amazed if that goes to Stankovic, to be quite honest. I thought the first round was close, but I thought Nevin was a clear winner in that second round. That right uppercut right at the end of the round was probably the best punch for Nevin. Working well to the body there, 2 and 3 shots. On the back foot, switches to the head as well. This gets clipped on the way out, but nevertheless, straight punches also going in from Nevin. I thought it was a good finish from the round to him as well. 1, 2, 3 shots there. Keeping his distance all the time. That's good stuff.
Split decision, but the judges agree. 2 of the judges going with Nevin, 1 with Stankovic and Branimir. I would agree with that, and, which means that they are now 1 round apiece going into the 3rd of 5.
Seconds out, round 3.
Nevin, 2 years the senior to Branimir Stankovic. They know each other well. They've trained together. They've both been on the WSB scene for the 2nd season. And what Joe Nevin now needs to show is a little bit of that confidence and style that took him that Olympic silver medal, or gave him that Olympic silver medal, I should say, in London 2012. Good body shots there from Stankovic. Nice combination downstairs.
Yeah, just targeting Nevin's body there, that straight 1-2 to the body. I think it's good tactics from Stankovic with the guard and trying to get close up to Nevin, but when he's there, he's not managing to throw much. He's got to start throwing punches when he gets up close. Again, good defensive movement from Nevin. He's got the right idea, Stankovic, but he's just not doing enough work.
Nevin trying to work some of those punches to the lower body to open up that guard of Stankovic. He's got some fast combinations, Joe Nevin, but good even match, this one.
Yeah, this is a good contest. I think the both boxers have got different skills and strengths, haven't they? The movement and the counter-punching skills from Nevin, and yet Stankovic, he seems very, very basic, but he's effective. He gets forward, his guard's nice and high, but he just hasn't got the skills that Nevin has got. But sometimes it's difficult to get through that guard. Nevin has just got to work this fella out a little bit better. That's better boxing from Nevin. Skillful boxing. See, Nevin's very clever. What he'll do occasionally is he'll hold his feet, and that's drawing then the attacks from his opponent, because he wants his opponent to throw shots. Nevin, he literally feeds off your mistakes of falling short with an attack, but he needs you to punch, and then the opportunity's there for him to land a shot. Clever boxer.
Just under 30 seconds left in this 3rd round. First round going to Branimir Stankovic, boxing for the Italia Thunder in the dark shorts. Joe Nevin, boxing for the British Lionhearts in the red, took the 2nd. Very close round once again there, Richie.
Close one, either way, that round. I'll go Nevin again. Bit biased or what? I'll go Nevin again, but a close round. It's what judges will go for. Some judges will prefer a boxer going forward on the front foot, trying to force the action. Other boxers will appreciate other coaches rather will appreciate the skill. Oh, look, they've gone for Nevin. Other judges will appreciate the skills, the defensive movement, making your opponent miss and then hitting him. It was a close round, but Nevin just got it. Here's some action there, keeping his distance here, Nevin. Boxing at range and then bringing him onto shots. I thought it was a good end to the round for Stankovic, but I think the judges got it right and Nevin's won it.
So John Joe Nevin for the British Lionhearts goes 2-1 up with 2 rounds still to go. Each round 3 minutes, of course. This is the 4th. John Joe Nevin needs to serve up exactly the same in the 4th as he did in the 3rd, and he will take this bout.
Yeah, now this is an absolute crucial round, isn't it? Because if Stankovic wins this round, then it's all on the last round. So will Nevin just play safe here and just try and nick the round? This on the back foot, these tactics. But Stankovic is doing the better work here.
He's clearly heard what you've said, or the corner have calculated what the tactic that's needed here, because Stankovic coming out much more the aggressor here. Now that's an opportunity for Nevin to use his fantastic counter work in response, but so far so good for the Italia boxer. Good start in the first minute of the 3.
Yeah, needs to put a little bit of a spring in his step again, Nevin. Just looking a little bit heavy at this stage. Just got a little bit stale in the contest now, so he needs to just pick it up, start landing with some better shots.
Straight punch combinations from John Joe Nevin, trying to get through that guard of Stankovic. That's a good combination there from Nevin.
Yeah, excellent boxing here from Nevin on that back foot. Low guard as well from Nevin, but that's drawing the attack from his opponent. But coming back with some lovely counters. Fast reactions, good stuff from Nevin. And this really isn't his weight division. I mean, he's 5 kilos heavier than what he normally should be. He's a 56 boxer, 56 kg in the Olympic Games. And he's still strong enough to box at 61. Yeah, lovely.
He's found his rhythm now, John Joe Nevin. Oh, that's not... No. Taking his eye off the ball just a little there.
Yeah, I think Nevin was expecting the referee to say something there. He heard the referee say no holding. That's why he's probably a little bit annoyed. Not like he was just hitting on the break, Stankovic, but the referee didn't think so. Right tactic from Stankovic, trying to get close, but just hasn't got the ability to make that gap, create that space for him to punch. Clever boxing from Nevin.
Well, there is no question that Branimir Stankovic came out in this penultimate round to try and win it, to keep himself in the bout, but I think John Joe Nevin's response was exactly what he needed to take this bout.
I think he had a good probably 30 or 40 seconds, Stankovic, at the start of the round, but as the round wore on, then Nevin started to find his range a lot better. Here was some lovely boxing on the back foot. Look at this, timing there was superb from Nevin, working to the body, switching with the uppercut to the head. That's good boxing. For me, he took the round.
No, they have given it to Branimir Stankovic. Well, that early work has paid dividends, Richie.
Well, obviously, but that surprised me. I thought he did enough towards the end of the round there to win it. But... So then, we're on to the last round. Now it's going to be exciting. Expect Stankovic to come out like a steam train.
Second round, and final round.
So they're all even, 2 rounds each. This will be the decider, the 5th and final 3 minutes of this lightweight bout. The British Lionhearts unbeaten so far. They've done enough to win the match, but that won't mean anything to John Joe Nevin right now. He's got to win this one. And Stankovic, who came out with some very fast-scoring combinations in the 4th, looking to do the same in the 5th, and this time it is John Joe Nevin who comes out with the speed and accurate punches early on.
Yeah, very important now that John Joe Nevin stays centre ring, doesn't get on the ropes. And what's an important punch for Nevin now is that jab, single jab. As his opponent's coming forward, just stick the jab, beat him to the punch, counter-attack him. As he's attacking the opponent, as the opponent's attacking him, just step in front of him with that nice, crisp, sharp jab, stop him in his tracks, and then go to work. But he must maintain the gap, Nevin.
Well, Stankovic will be absolutely thrilled if he can take this one.
That's better for Nevin now. He's not really moving backwards. He's holding his ground, but boxing at range. Trying to keep the punches straight. It's important now that he doesn't get pushed back too many times. Just step to the side rather than step back and move you around your opponent and try to stay centre.
Stankovic is catching John Joe Nevin here. Nevin needs to have a good last 1 minute 25 seconds. He needs to show that he's got some fitness and strength to steal this in the last minute. Oh, that's a lovely combination there from Nevin. Stankovic, though, still coming forwards at the Irish boxer.
Yeah, it's nip and tuck. Now, from Stankovic, the way he's coming forward, it's important now that Nevin just gets that guard up a little bit better. That's better work from Stankovic. You can just sense that he feels that he can win this contest. Sniffs the victory here, Stankovic. Important now that Nevin, I just heard someone say, push him back, John Joe, and that's what I think he should be doing.
Another very impressive 3-punch combination from Stankovic through the guard of John Joe Nevin. You're absolutely right, Richie. The Serbian can sense that this could be his first win against the Olympic silver medalist from London 2012.
Yep, it's just slipping away from Nevin here now. Needs a good last 20 seconds or so. Needs to hit that target. Better.
Come on, John Joe, you need to pull it together in these last 10. Oh, there's another good one too. Right on the target from Stankovic. That will be very close. A lot of respect. Best of buddies outside the ring. But it could be the Serbians' day today.
Yeah, I think body language at the end of this contest. Look at the Italian corner. I think Stankovic has done enough to win it. And on that last round, I think he may have just sneaked it. I think John Joe just ran out of gas a little bit. Clearly not boxing at the weight that he did at the Olympics at 56. 61 now here. He just told in that last round. Close last round, but I think Stankovic just did enough.
Well, this could quite possibly be one of the upsets that were not predicted, and quite possibly be one of the highlights of Branimir Stankovic. He's only 21 years of age, a young rising star for Italia. But it could be his night.
Yeah, he looks very pleased with his night's work. This young Stankovic.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds of boxing, we have a split decision. Judge 1 scores the contest 48-47 in favour of Nevin. Judge 2 scores the contest 48-47. He sees it for Stankovic. And Judge 3 scores the contest 48-47 for your winner by way of split decision 2-1. Representing Dolce & Gabbana, Italia Thunder in the blue corner, Branimir Stankovic.
Split decision.
The appreciation, a gallant effort, please, from British Lionhearts, Joe Nevin.
Takes it. It was in that last round. He put in the work. Started turning the tables in the fourth. And then in the fifth round, put his stamp and took the victory.
Yeah, I think you can't argue with that. It was a close contest. I think if it was on the last round, then the Italian boxer just did enough to win it, I think. There wasn't a lot in that, but I do think that boxing at 61, Joe Nevin is a 56 boxer. It really affected him tonight, and the strength just wasn't there. Listen, to go from 56 to 61 takes some doing to box at this level, and Joe Nevin, we know he's Olympic silver medalist, he's a class act, but tonight just fell short, I think, and that weight just told a little bit.
Well, it certainly worked. One of the bouts that we thought was almost a home run for the British Lionhearts, but I think it's fair to say Branimir Stankovic has had the fight of his career to date here tonight.
Yeah, terrific performance from him, can't take it away. I think good tactics in trying to get close up to Nevin. He knew that his problems was as he's walking forward, he could be taking shots, so he held the guard very, very hard. And it was a guard that was difficult to actually get through. So, yeah, fair play to him. A good performance overall.
And the first win of the evening for the Italian team. The British Lionhearts now 3-1 up with one bout to go. And this is the bout that will probably raise the rafters. Freddie Evans for the British Lionhearts up against Michel Tavarez of the Italia Thunder, of course, the former French Paris United boxer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your last contest of the evening. Please welcome, making his entrance to the ring, hailing from France, representing tonight the Dolce & Gabbana Italia Thunder, Michel Tavarez.
Well, Tavarez, he's boxed out of the Paris United team, switching to the Italia team in his third season of the WS Tour. An impressive record, Richie, 9-2, only 2 losses. And he boxed in the 2011 finals when Paris United took top position for that season, and he won in his final bout of 2011.
Yeah, an impressive record at WSB. Normally boxing as an amateur for France, then he's boxed at 75 kg, so he's coming down a couple of kilos, but he seems to have adapted to it well. A record of 9-2 with the WSB. He's a southpaw, so is Fred Evans, so it's a clash of the southpaw styles tonight. He looks confident, and this is it for the local fans, isn't it? Freddie Evans, Olympic silver medalist.
Ladies and gentlemen, entering the building, please stand and rise for your young boxer from Newport, Wales, Fred Evans.
Well, here he is from Cardiff, Wales. He's been boxing since he was 4 years of age, and his first bout as a 10-year-old. But Freddie Evans, he's a legend in these parts of Wales. And of course, Olympic silver medalist, lost to the Kazakhstan boxer in the Olympic final. Sapiev, you were there, Richie, and he only just lost that bout. He lost the gold by what looked like a hair's breadth.
Well, against Eric Sapiev, Sapiev won the best boxer of the tournament, so that, you know, it took the best boxer of the tournament to beat Fred Evans. And for a young, I mean, he's only a young fella, Fred Evans, and for him to box the way he did in the Olympic Games, he was quite nervous, and he shook it all off, and he came through and had 4 or 5 really good displays. Very talented lad, hits hard with either hand, and I've seen him spar many times with Carl Froch up at Team GB as well. So he mixes it with the best of them, and again, a very talented boxer indeed.
Ladies and gentlemen, your last contest of the evening here with the WSB is 5 3-minute rounds of boxing in the middleweight division at 73 kilograms. Introducing to you firstly, boxing out of the blue corner, wearing once more the blue-coloured shorts trimmed with gold. This tonight is his 3rd season in WSB. His excellent record reads 11 contests, 9 wins with just the 2 defeats. Hailing originally from France, representing Dolce & Gabbana Italia Thunder, please welcome Michel Tavarez. And opposing him, boxing out of the red corner, wearing once more the red-coloured shorts trimmed with white. His amateur credentials are as follows: European gold medalist, and at this year's Summer London 2012 Olympics, he captured a stunning silver medal. Boxing out of the St. Joseph's ABC Newport, representing British Lionhearts, here is Fred Evans.
Well, good to see that both Joe Calzaghe and Barry McGuigan are watching this lad very carefully indeed. Just 21 years of age, Fred Evans, and well, Calzaghe, the last hero of Welsh boxing, is possibly going to watch the new hero of Welsh boxing. He's got a long way to go to equal Calzaghe's amazing record of 21 successful defences of his world title. But it's great to see Joe and Barry in the crowd watching over these young British Lionhearts.
Yeah, and I'm sure they'll be looking forward to the performance of Fred Evans, having won that silver medal. Let's hope he maintains it now and keeps up the good work and good performances.
Seconds out for the first round.
Both southpaw boxers here, Richie. This will be interesting to watch.
Yeah. Sometimes southpaws can just tie themselves up a little bit because they're so used to boxing against orthodox opponents. But Fred, again, is a very successful and skillful counter-punching southpaw. And had to come up again in weight from 69 to 73, so he's not quite his weight division, but he hits as hard as probably the 75 kgs, to be quite honest. Very, very strong, especially in his left hand.
It's the first time that he's fought in front of his home crowd since taking that silver medal at London 2012. He prepared for the Olympics with great style, taking the European Championship in 2011.
Good work from Evans there. He seems to rise to the occasion, Evans. I mean, in the Olympics, there's 10,000 people at every session, and he grew in confidence every time he boxed, and that's a great sign for a boxer to perform in front of a big crowd that doesn't really faze him. Quite the opposite for him. He rises to it.
It's another big step in his career, as we said earlier. He's still 21 years of age. 5 rounds, not 3 rounds tonight. 5 3-minute rounds, of course. And Michel Maurice Tavarez, well, he's by far the more experienced 5-round boxer in the ring right now. It's been a good start for Freddie Evans. A lot of expectation, understandably. Feeling just a little nervous to do the business in front of the home crowd, but he's settled well in this first round.
Yeah, I think this has been a good first round for Evans. Tavarez is a little bit tentative. I think he knows that this fella's an Olympic silver medalist. He's having a look at him, but I think he sees a very skillful man in front of him who can dig a little bit. There you go, there's that right hook. Yeah, he's got to just box more with the jab here, Evans. Start jabbing and make his opponent lead off a little bit more. So trigger the opponents off with your own jab. But he's got to watch out for the left hand. There's that left hand again from Tavarez that comes across now and again. That's give this French-Italian boxer, should I say, a little bit more confidence.
Well, very close, but Evans settled well there. Interesting to see which way that gets scored, but 1 or 2 nice combinations early on, settling the nerves of Fred Evans. Yeah. Good start for the youngster.
Good work in and out. There was that right up to the body. I thought Evans won that round. I thought, especially the first 2 minutes or so, I thought, let's have a look. Yeah, there you go. I thought Evans got it, and he has indeed. I thought the Frenchman, sorry, the Italian, came back into it occasionally with the odd left hand over the top, but Evans, for me, was leading off a lot better, making his opponent miss and coming back with some nice shots. So good opening round for Evans.
And I think that's going to help Evans' confidence an awful lot. First round in his first ever WSB match. There's the coach Lee there giving him a little bit of advice. exactly what you were saying there, Richie. Keep that guard up, remember, because he's quite quick, this French-Italian boxer. But so far, so good for the local hero here, Fred Evans, taking the first round unanimously from all three of the judges.
Yeah, the British corner will probably want a little bit more work from Evans, especially with his lead hand. Needs to trigger. That was better there from Evans. A little sign again there from Tavarez that he's going to try and land the left hand over the top. So as Evans has landed that jab, he's just got to watch when he's moving away from his opponent. He tends to move away with his right hand a little bit too low, and that's allowing Tavarez to come across with that left hand. So he's just got to watch it on his way out. Roles are switching slightly now here. Tavarez is acting and boxing more like the out-and-out counter-puncher on the back foot, waiting for Evans to maybe lead off and fall short or miss the target, and then to catch him with that left-hand counter as he's moving away. So it's important now for Evans to up his game a little bit here, the tempo. Oh, that's a tiny right hand to the body. I wouldn't like to be in the end of that, Nick.
No, and you can see that has definitely just taken a little bit of the speed and confidence out of the Italia Thunder boxer. Just coming up for a minute less than the second round. We could just see a little bit more of that from Evans.
What Evans is going to watch out for here, that was a lovely shot. That was a beautiful shot, that screw shot. But he's moving a little bit too much to the right for my liking, and with that low right hand he's got, then he's inviting that left hand over the top. So there it is again, look. So he's just got to watch his movement and keep changing the direction of his movement.
Well, the performance director for the British Lionhearts, Rob McCracken, has chosen the teams wisely, of course. British Lionhearts won their opening match in Pool B against the USA Knockouts 4-1. 5 different boxers here tonight. And no matter what the outcome of this, they have won here. But of course, it's a long season. And what he wants to do is give every one of those boxers a good taste, a sweet taste. Almost make them hungry, want to come back for more WSB style boxing.
Definitely.
Good close to the second round for Fred Evans.
Yeah, another close round. I think both boxers had a bit of success in this round. There's that right up to the body from Evans. He's probably waiting. That was that screw shot. That was the best shot of the round for me. Some good work at the end there, but then as he's moving away, he just gets clipped with that left hand, and that's the punch he's got to watch out for. So this is close. Let's have a look at it. Oh, it's all. Has he gone to? It's gone to Tavarez, hasn't it? So it's 1-1. And I'm sure that corner will probably be giving Fred Evans a little bit of a roasting in that British corner, because he didn't do enough work, Nick, in that round. He waited too long.
And you can clearly see in the Lionhearts corner, Lee Pullen, yes, Richie is telling exactly as you were telling our viewers. He's got to keep that guard up. Otherwise, the counter from Tavarez has been pretty quick. I agree with you, that screw shot was absolutely beautiful, but he needed more than the one.
Yeah, just the odd single shots here and there from Evans in that round, and it wasn't enough. Now this should give Tavarez a little bit more confidence. And when he comes forward, Tavarez, this might present more opportunities for Evans, because predominantly he is a counter puncher, doesn't really like to lead off. And if Tavarez wants to come forward throwing shots, that may suit Evans. Evans boxing as if he's sort of pacing himself a little bit more. obviously over 5 threes. But remember, pace in a contest, it should never be a cover for fitness that isn't there. And he is fit, believe you me, he really is fit, Fred Evans, so he's got to keep it going now. Trust in his fitness. He's worked very hard in the gym. And just do a little bit more with that lead hand.
Nice hook to the body once again. Good to see it followed up with something else. And bring that left through.
Yeah, he's actually switching the attacks now. He's starting to attacks to the body and then switching to the head. But for me, Tavarez is getting a little bit more confident. He thinks he can land this left hand over the top. That's why he's edging forward, trying to get closer to Evans. But that's better now from Fred Evans.
Well, just about every member of the St Joseph Boxing Club from Cardiff in Wales is in the crowd. And it's amazing the tactical screams that are coming from the audience for Fred. But he's sticking to his task here. Good work from the Italian fighter.
Yeah, Tavarez, that was better. Evans waiting too long again here, Nick. Waiting a little bit too long. Now he's got to trigger his opponent off, and you've got to do that by either a feint. That was better. There's that left hand over the top from Tavarez. That's the shot that has caught Evans when he's moving to his right, especially, remember. He's walking onto that shot.
Very close again for the third round. Very close, this match.
Yeah, very close round indeed. Could have gone either way, that round. Close one. Let's have a look.
Oh, Fred Evans has just taken it.
2 rounds to 1, 2 judges to 1. Well, that's fair enough, and that sends him back in front.
So 2-1 to Fred Evans. But again, this is by far from over. Both boxers with some impressive exchanges.
Yeah. There's the left hand there from Tavarez. And then catching Evans as he's coming forward. Again, we just need to see more lead hand work from Evans. Needs to trigger his opponent off a little bit more if he wants to box as the counter puncher. But in that round, I thought Evans, although he just nicked it, I thought there were times when he was a little bit lazy. So, and I know the corner will be telling him he's got to throw more shots.
Hopefully that's given Evans a bit of a confidence boost. Round 4, penultimate round, and you can see that that's much greater sense of urgency from the Italia Thunder boxer. He knows he needs to take this one for it to be decided in the last.
We can clearly see the referees a lot more lenient in WSB than they are in amateur boxing. There's a clear sort of a punch there as they were parting. That wouldn't have been allowed in the amateur game.
Tavarez trying to open up the guard of Evans with the body shot. That's better work from the Welshman.
Now he's got to go again. You see, that's when he had to throw a shot, another shot there. It was good work, it wasn't followed up. We're back to waiting too long. Just gets caught with a couple of good shots there, Evans. Again, maybe just due to the fact that his feet are very, very still. There's no real movement there from Evans. He's waiting a little bit too long. Oh, having said that, there you go. He waited and brought his opponent onto 2 good punches there.
Over the top there, nice shot from Italia Thunder. Maurice Tavarez putting in the better work in the closing stages of this 4th round. He must win this round, remember, to stay in the bout.
Yeah, better end to the round as well from Tavarez. And a round that Fred Evans has never been before. 4th round, his first time, so psychologically that might be going through his head. Is he fit enough to go to 5? I certainly think he is, and the corner will, but he's got to believe it himself. And this has been a better round for Tavarez, his round.
Well, looks to me that Tavarez, Richie agrees, has taken that one, which means it will go to the 5th and final round. 2 rounds each.
Yeah, all 3 judges. Yeah, all 3 judges giving that to Tavarez. I think the last 45 seconds or so were crucial there, and Tavarez landed with 3 or 4 good left hands that probably clinched the round. Better work from him. We need to see Evans now box with more urgency. Here, Evans actually bringing his opponent onto shots, but Tavarez towards the end of the round landing with the better left hand. There's one there. Evans comes back. But it's a better round for the Italian boxer.
Corners, 10 seconds.
This is going to be exciting, Nick, this last round.
Seconds out for the 5th and final round.
5th and final round, all square, 2 rounds each. Fred Evans in the red, boxing for the British Lionhearts, and Maurice Tavarez, the French boxer, boxing for the Italia Thunder team. The British Lionhearts have won the match, but a lot of the crowd have come to see Fred Evans in action. This is his first match in front of the home crowd since claiming Olympic silver in London 2012, back in August of this summer. And both these boxers very evenly matched.
Yeah, Tavarez actually just goading Evans there to come forward. Himself, he's a counter-puncher and he prefers to wait. But again, he's doing a little bit more work. Evans has got to do more work in this round here. Some good single shots from Evans, but I'd just like to see him now maybe throw some combinations, 2s and 3s, put a couple of attacks together, double up the attack, a 2-punch combination, then a 3-punch combination, and really put a little bit of pressure on his opponent. And then go again.
.125 on the clock. We need to see more work from Fred Evans if he's to wrap up this 5th round and take this final bout. Single shots are there, they've been impressive. But more combinations is the call from our expert in the box, Richie Woodall.
Yeah, last minute now, and Evans has got to turn it on. And turn it on in style here. That's what it needs. He's waiting again, too long. Got to punch. Got to throw the shots. See, Tavarez is waiting himself, but he expects Evans to throw, and when Fred Evans doesn't, that's just giving Tavarez that little bit of confidence then, and he's pinching the punch here and there, hitting the target.
Well, proceeding stop. Gum shield out for Fred Evans.
Quick breather, not sure that either of these boxers need that right now. That's what we need from Fred Evans. Combinations, 1-2, right on target. We need a few more if the Welshman is to appease the home crowd here at Celtic Manor. Oh, but Tavarez catches Fred.
Evans needed a left uppercut there. Needed to bring that into play.
Needs to finish it on a strong note here, Evans. There goes the bell. Well, what a great match. One of the closest bouts of the evening. Congratulations to both corners, to both boxers. Very, very close indeed.
Yeah, very close contest. Either man's hand could be raised here. There's nothing in this. In the last round there, Evans landed with some good shots, but did he do enough work? Tavarez, I think, was always wanted to force the fight a little bit more. He just looked that little bit hungrier. So, you know, that it might come down to that. It's either way, it really is a very close on this one. I just thought this fella just wanted it probably a little bit more, but that's Evans' style. He's a counter puncher, sits on the back foot. You know, he wants you to lead off. And again, not at his weight division, 73. He's down at 69 normally. Obviously at the Olympic Games, a silver medal. They feel they've got it, the Italians.
As we said earlier, no matter what the outcome of this bout, the British Lionhearts have won the match and maintained their unbeaten track record. But for the crowd here at Celtic Manor in Wales, the majority have come to see Fred Evans in action, returning to his homeland for his first bout of boxing since claiming his Olympic silver medal. But it's going to be a very close decision. Could go to either boxer here right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 exhilarating rounds of boxing, we have a split decision, 2-1. Judge 1 scores the contest 48-47 for Evans. Judge 2 sees the contest 48-47 in favour of Tavarez. And Judge 3 scores the contest 48-47 in favour of the winner, boxing out of the red corner, representing British Lionhearts.
Fred Evans has done it.
Evans.
Very close indeed, but 2-1, and it's a good result for Fred Evans. Tavarez not happy with that decision at all.
In favour of the British Lionhearts. Any moment now,
the British Lionhearts have won this match against Italia Thunder by 4-1, and Freddie Evans has stayed in the ring. Let's have a chat with the golden boy here.
If we could just have your attention, please, we can interview Fred Evans. Fred, in what at times was a very probing contest, you had great respect for your opponent, a seasoned guy in his 3rd season. How did you see the contest? Obviously, you both became more animated in the 5th and final round. How did you see the contest?
Yeah, it was a good contest. I got a lot of respect for Tavarez. He's a very experienced fighter. As you know, he's had 11 contests in this already. It's my first fight. Hopefully, you got a lot more to see to come from me. So,
Fred, how do you see your year? It's been a fabulous year for you. What with the Olympics, etc. Can you just tell us about your year and how you feel?
yeah, obviously, I had a great year after taking silver at the Olympic Games in London. I had a few weeks off chilling, and then fairly short after WSB come into play. So I've just been in training for this, really.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Fred Evans. Let's hear it.
Well done, Fred Evans, and he's made a lot of box fans and supporters in the crowd very happy there. Tough fight. Richie, talk us through this. Both of these southpaw boxers, I'm sure both fighters would have preferred to box an orthodox fighter. So it was a little messy from the beginning, but in the end, the better punches and the stronger punches came from Freddie Evans.
Yeah, I mean, he's a very strong puncher indeed, Evans, especially with his right hook, and he's also got a real dig in his straight left hand as well. So yeah, it was a tentative contest, I thought throughout. Both boxers were waiting probably a little bit too long. Both boxers didn't really want to lead off, but it was a case of who's going to lead first. Occasionally Evans was getting caught on the way out, and yet he landed with some good shots as he was going forward. So it was nip and tuck all the way. Nothing in the last round either. It literally could have gone either way. I don't think people would have moaned too much if the other guy's hand would have been raised. It was that close. Evans got the look and has just sneaked home. Wasn't a brilliant performance from Fred. I think most people will agree with that. He's up in a weight division which is not probably suited to him. He's only a 69 fighter. He's up at 73. And like he said, he's been out since the Olympics. It's been a long layoff. And he's back now. This is his first fight back. The cobwebs will be shaken off, and he will perform much better next time.
Well, there is the confirmation. It's a 4-1 victory for the British Lionhearts. What a sensational performance from Joyce, Selby, Ward. Nevin just pipped by Stankovic, and Freddie Evans wraps up the evening's boxing with a 2-1 split decision. And these are the standings. The British Lionhearts, after 2 rounds in Group B, top the table, ahead of the Astana Arlans of Kazakhstan and the German Eagles. Well, the British Lionhearts go to Kazakhstan to box the Arlans away, but the next home match for the British Lionhearts, and it's one to make a note of and try and get there if you can, is on Friday the 14th of December, when they go up against the German Eagles. So far, so good. Richie for the British Lionhearts, 2 from 2. They're the new boys on the block, but they're also looking one of the forces to be reckoned with on the WSB tour.
Well, they are, and the 5-3s certainly aren't phasing our boys. They're performing very well in front of a home crowd tonight. We're against the Germans on the 15th. That should be a Christmas cracker, as they say.
Well, congratulations to the British Lionhearts. They've done the business here at Celtic Manor. I hope you've enjoyed all of this coverage. Like I say, we'll be back on December the 14th at Earl's Court for their second home match. But from Nick Fellows and, of course, from our expert ringside, Richie Woodall, thanks for your company, and it's goodbye for now.